Hi guys, this is gonna be a short tutorial about Cobra and upper facing dog. So two different postures, but kind of similar, and this is gonna be one tutorial for both. In some yoga schools, they refer the upper facing dog as Cobra with bent elbows. In other yoga schools, they call the Cobra upper facing dog. So it could be quite confusing, and I can see some of my students who come from different yoga schools, when they come to my classes and they get a little bit confused. Okay, so what is now? And I hope that this short video will clarify some of this confusion. So I will just go through what is most often referred as Cobra and what is most often referred as upper facing dog. So both postures are quite similar, but there are some differences, and let's try them both and check what is exactly the difference. When should you do the Cobra and when the upper facing dog? So both postures are laying on your belly, and usually Cobra is referred as a posture from the Hatha Yogasana salutation, and the upper facing dog is usually posture from the Ashtangasana salutation, and also from Vinyasa or another more dynamic yoga styles. So if you're doing Hatha yoga, then you know that in some salutations you have this mountain pose, which is kind of like double facing dog with feet together. I also have a tutorial about that one, what is the difference between the mountain pose and the double facing dog. You might need to check that one. So from here, we go through Ashtanga Namaskar pose. We drop the chest between the palms. And then from here, we'll slide the upper body forward into Cobra. So see, the palms are not just on both sides of the chest, but even a little bit below on both sides of the waist. And we keep the feet together because the feet were already together in the mountain pose and in Ashtanga Namaskar. So we keep them together. This is a Cobra. We're just sliding forward. The most common mistake here that people just stay like this. It's not really beneficial for your body. So from here, we just want to keep the elbows close to the body. And then as you pull your elbows close to the body, maybe you notice how my chest is lifting. And then another mistake is that the shoulders are collapsing, internally rotating. Try to push them back. And at the same time, you're pushing the mat with your palms, spreading the fingers is golden rule. The middle finger is pointing forward. And golden rules in yoga, the head is just extension of the spine. So don't try to look up if this is straining your neck. Just the neck is following the rest of the spine and the head is following the neck. So if you have this flexibility and strength, you will look gently up towards the ceiling. Then you will feel the opening in your chest and the strengthening in the middle section of your spine. So the Cobra is especially focused on the middle section of the spine and the lower trapezius, the rhomboid muscles, and the muscles which are retracting your shoulder blades. So this posture will be very beneficial if you want to strengthen your back muscles. And also, if you are lacking of flexibility in general, because the upper facing dog is quite challenging in a different way. For me, I found the Cobra more difficult than the upper facing dog, but it depends, of the tensional patterns in everyone's body and body proportions. So those postures look different for everyone, more or less. And what works for you might not work for me. So let's see the upper facing dog, going quickly to that posture. So in the upper facing dog, we come usually from plank. The feet are hip width apart, palms are under the shoulders, we're spreading the fingers, taking the tailbone in, and from here we come from plank through chaturanga, shifting the chest forward and bending the elbows. And then we come into upper facing dog. Common mistake here, that This I see really so often, and if we are lacking of strength in the upper trapezius, then this is how the shoulders will look like. So we want to push with the palms and to lift the head, and then you will strengthen the shoulders and the upper back. And another common mistake is, I don't know if you see what is happening with my lower back. So in upper facing dog, we still want to push with the feet down, as in the cobra, and we take the tailbone in, rotating the pubic bone up. So we try to rotate the pelvis posterior. This will protect the lower back. Then another common mistake is the elbows. Hyperextending the elbows, or just pointing the olecranon, so this part here, what we call usually elbow, on the sides. And if you're hyperextending your elbows, trying to point them back. Lifting the chest, and you can look forward or you can look up. And then we have option. We lift the hips, we lift the knees. And this is super strong posture. So basically that's it. And I like the upper facing dog because the arms are straight, and in our daily life we strengthen more the flexors of the forearm and the biceps. So basically we don't extend really fully our arms in the daily life. So this is why I like the upper facing dog, because when we focus on the extenders of the forearm and the upper arm, then the flexors are really relaxing. So the biceps, for example, how you stretch your biceps. Biceps is muscle which always contains tension more or less, and it's making our shoulders rolling in. And we should actually focus on extending our arms in order to bring balance in the body. But if you are lacking of flexibility for the upper facing dog, then I would just recommend that you keep the knees on the ground, and then that's it. The body is in one line. It's also upper facing dog, and try to lift your head and to keep the shoulders strong. That's one option. And if you are lacking of strength to stay in that posture, then make a short break and go in child's pose, or try to switch with the cobra. So you will bring your palms a little bit more closer to your belly. In the upper facing dog, the palms are on the sides of the chest. Then for the cobra, you might want to bring them a little bit more closer to your belly. And also golden rules. This time for the cobra, feet are together, feet are pushing, and then you will feel the difference in the middle section of your back. So try both posture with awareness, focusing really on the details, and maybe you would drop me a comment and tell me which one you like more and why. And there are many options that you could do. For example, we have this baby cobra or sphinx. We have also that modification of the cobra which is really targeting the thoracic spine, especially the upper part. Then we have one more variation with the elbows around 90 degrees, fingertips, which will help our shoulder blades to be protracted, so it will strengthen those muscles that are protracting the shoulder blades. So we have different options, and I hope this will bring some clarity, and yeah, see you next time.